Hello there, Obi-Wan Jacoby here, back again, continuing our lightsaber review series. Today, we're taking a look at my favorite Star Wars character of all time, Darth Vader. I have spoken.
Hello there.
Before we get into the video, I want to say I hope everyone is staying safe in light of these recent events. I apologize for the delay in videos. It's just been extremely busy due to this pandemic, but I'll try to pump these videos out as I know most of you have been staying at home and staying safe at home. Also, the new Animal Crossing game has literally taken over my life. As usual, please give a thumbs up if you like this video and click on the subscribe button and notification bell. It really helps me out to pump these out for you guys, so I appreciate it from you all. I'll also leave a link on the left hand side of the video that will take you to my Legacy lightsaber review series, so check those out if you're interested. With all that out of the way, today we are taking a look at the one, the only Darth Vader Legacy lightsaber from Rogue One and the original trilogy. This was a heavily requested video from many of you, so I'm excited to finally delve into this blade for you all. As mentioned with all the other lightsabers from Disney's Galaxy's Edge, this is a Legacy lightsaber which can be purchased from Galaxy's Edge Batuu at the Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, or Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Obviously, at this time, Disney is now closed due to this pandemic. Also, as a reminder, these types of sabers are known as Legacy sabers, which are character specific and do not include the blade itself, which are sold separately. There are two different prices for two different lengths of blades. In addition to the Legacy sabers, Disney also has the 4 variation sabers that can be built at Savi's workshop, which we will be going into future videos, and I will be doing those reviews in a different series. I know many of you have been requesting the Savi's workshop sabers. Please be patient with me. I will get to those, I promise. At the time of purchase, this was $129.99. Again, remember, Disney has been known to change their prices on their items in the park, so please keep that in mind when you go and try to purchase one of these. Also, their stocks on these sabers are usually inconsistent. I have many of you on my Instagram telling me that they were going for a specific saber, and unfortunately, sometimes they sell out of those sabers in Disney, so also please keep that in mind. As with all of these Legacy sabers, they come with the in-universe crates. By now, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know how I feel about these crates. I like that they do come in them, but I find them very inconsistent and finicky when they open up and close. And you'll notice here that the crate is the normal regular size crate, unlike the Kylo Ren's, Ben Solo's, and Ahsoka Tano's. Also, this is a pretty basic crate with no extra goodies stashed away inside, just the blade. Here's a look at the logo, which is the symbol of the Galactic Empire, and the color of the logo is red, which corresponds to the color of that particular blade. You look at the sides, the back, and here at the bottom, you have Darth Vader Legacy lightsaber hilt, a diagram of the battery pack and how to take it out, and then the price at the time of purchase is $129.99. Let's press the button and open the crate, and you can see the lightsaber hilt. Now, as always, let's go into the lore of this lightsaber hilt. Following his crippling defeat by Obi-Wan Kenobi and his painful rebirth as a cybernetically enhanced Sith Lord, Darth Vader was without a weapon. Thus, Vader created a hilt similar to that of his former lightsaber, but with the characteristic red blade of the dark side. The Emperor had ordered Vader to retrieve a crystal from a fugitive Jedi as part of his Sith training. Darth Vader's lightsaber resembles the one he carried as Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, but this design adds darker, heavier accents along its beam emitter, hand grip, and activation matrix. The hilt length is 28 centimeters, which is 11.02 inches, and the hilt width is 6.30 centimeters, which is 2.48 inches. The material is alloy metal and carbon composite, and the blade color is red. The build of these Legacy sabers are very nice. The materials used are a combination of metal and heavy plastic. With this particular one, you have rubber on the bottom here. This one has a good weight to it, and it's very well balanced. It's not too heavy, not too light. I think it's very movie accurate, but herein lies some differences between actual films. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I believe this one is more in line with the Rogue One film, with these colored wires sticking out on each side, versus the original trilogy, where we see the model without any wires sticking out. kind of like here. Also, this button seems to vary between films as well. This one being this bubbled clear version versus other models I've seen where it's a silver, copper colored button. Also almost similar to Anakin's blade. I'd love to hear from you guys to see exactly which is which with these blades. I personally actually prefer this model and version, as I think the wires sticking out give it a nice character and add some subtle color to it as well due to the simplicity of this blade. Here's the button to turn on and off the saber. It's well hidden and incorporated into the hilt, and it's exactly the button that would turn it on in the films, so I appreciate that. My issue here is that the button is pretty rigid whenever I try to activate my blade. This could just be my model. I'm not sure if this is a standard thing across all models. As always, the attention to detail is spot on, though one could argue this is a simpler looking hilt, but to me the simplicity behind it, it's the most charming feature. This part in the middle is made out of plastic, and the bottom, like I said, is rubber material where you would grip it, and the top here is made out of plastic with metal buttons here. And then interestingly, this top part with the emitter is actually made out of metal. On the top here, you have the usual plastic cover and the emitter that you have to take out in order to insert the blade. And very interesting with this blade, the belt clip is towards the top rather than the bottom. And it's the preferred D-ring, at least my preferred choice. All the way down here, you have the speaker grill and you twist it off and you'll see it takes 3 AA batteries. So far in this lightsaber review series, the only ones that take AA batteries are Anakin Skywalker's and Kylo Ren's. Let's cut to a footage so you can see how the blade is inserted and how it looks and sounds. Pros of this saber. As we all know, these legacy saber hilts are very well built. There's good attention to detail, even though this one is simple in design. It's very well balanced, not too heavy, not too light. The button is well hidden and well incorporated into the overall blade, and the blade lights up well, and as usual, each blade's sounds are actually different and unique to each character, so they have a lot of variation between the blades. Cons to this blade. As I mentioned in my other reviews, whenever there's a rubber part in these lightsaber hilts, over time they become sticky and gunky and a pain to clean, which is not currently a problem today, but I don't know what time will do to these rubber parts. And this appears to be modeled after the Rogue One lightsaber hilt. I would have liked to know exactly which particular model in the description of the blade so I can keep track of which blade I have. And then this middle plastic part, you can see I've already scratched it up, which tells me these plastic parts are a little more fragile than I thought, so you gotta be extra careful with them. And as with all of Disney's legacy sabers, you'll notice that the hit sensitivity on these blades, pun intended, hit or miss. All in all, this is a great hilt. I am a little biased because this is my favorite character in Star Wars. It's a little fragile with these plastic pieces, as well as unclear future with these rubber pieces, but overall a great addition, and I think a must-have in any lightsaber collection, as this is one of the most important characters in Star Wars history. Holding this, you will know the power of the dark side of the Force. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you like this video, please support the channel by liking and subscribing, as well as hitting the bell notification to be notified of all my upcoming videos relating to all I love, including Star Wars, comics, films, and video games. Check out my other videos on the channel. As I grow and expand out, I try to do weekly videos and introduce other aspects of my collection. I started and will be continuing to do Star Wars breaks to go into these other collections, so there will be a little something for everyone. I'm also planning to do monthly haul videos and separating them into Star Wars monthly hauls, video game monthly hauls, omnibus monthly hauls, and anime monthly hauls. I always welcome feedback, so please feel free to leave a comment and any more Star Wars lore that's interesting to you. As always, I appreciate the support from you all, and of course, stay safe. This is the way. I have spoken, and may the Force be with you always.